All right, guys, BigPoppaTMo here. Welcome back. This is episode 7 of Escape the Pacific, the island survival game. We are going to try and get off of the island today. As you guys can see, we've got about a third of the island cleared, maybe a quarter of the island cleared of trees, but we're ready to move on. We've got our boat ready to go. Just got to put some stuff on it, and we'll be good to go. I do apologize. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. I started to record, and I'll show you what I did. I moved the water collectors from over here to over here. We're going to leave them behind. I was moving the boxes over here, and then unfortunately, what happened was I couldn't grab anything anymore. So I had to stop, reload. We have an update incoming sometime today on the game, or at least that's what it's saying, that the next update will be today. I look forward to it, but in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves off of this island. And we're going to go to that island over there. I believe it's that one. Is that where it's pointing? Yes, that island right there is our destination. So we're going to pick up our crates. Um, we're taking all 5 of them with us. I made a total of 5 crates. And we're going to lash these down to the ship. They're a little twitchy sometimes on the, there we go. That should be nice and straight. We're going to put our rope in our hands, and then you hover over the crate and it says hold the left mouse button to attach, and it lashes that bad boy down. Boop, boop. Now we cannot lash the water collectors down. That is why we're not taking those. Now it's a good thing we actually made some extra rope, because now we can lash all of these down. Once you lash them down, if you pick up your ship to get it in the water, they'll come with it. So that is a wonderful thing here. Now we've got a couple of those. Let's put those in there. Let's see if we can get all the rope in. All right, so this one is almost all the way full. This one is most of the way full. This one has lots and lots of room in it. So we're going to grab some more stuff real quick before we go. That one is totally empty. And that one is totally empty. So we have actually a lot of space to grab stuff. Now, you never know what you're going to find, and you never know when you're going to come back to these islands. So you might actually want to bring a whole bunch of stuff with you. Now, this is actually full of... That one's not full of water. That one's not full of water. That one is. Drink all of that. Drink all of that. We are not thirsty at all now. We are not thirsty at all. Let's actually drink that. Grab that. Let's go in here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Since we're here, we're going to grab a bunch of coconuts and bring them with us, just in case. You never know. These will continue to respawn on these trees. All right, we're dropping them now. That's enough of those. Put those in there, that in there. Coconuts are heavy though. 8 coconuts, 16 pounds, 2 pounds a piece. We're going to go ahead and grab 4 more. And that's going to fill up that one box. Now, we're not going to bother filling up the second one. We actually want an empty box with us, because when we get to the other island, we are going to encounter other things, and we want to have a little storage space ready to go. Let's stick all of this in here. All right, that one's already full. Oops, I miscounted. Math is not my strong point, but we have room in there. All right, now the other thing that we are going to do, we're going to take our tools and we're going to put those away. And what we're going to do, we'll put those in the empty one so that there's nothing else in here but tools. The reason we're doing that is we are about to go in the water and we don't want to drown because drowning sucks. Also, make sure you click on your UI so that it closes down the all of the sails, because you don't want to throw your boat in the water and have it just take off on you. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to lift this bad boy up, and into the water we go. Now we don't want it to go too far. We want it far enough in that it's actually floating. And then there we go. All right, so we are good to go. Clicking on that, we want to go ahead and we want to make sure we are pointing in the right direction. There is our island right there. I think we're actually stuck. Now this is the downside of trying not to get stuck in the water. Sometimes you actually need to go backward to go forward. But yeah, we are hauling. And we need to turn hardcore that way. To make sure that it's not a weird rudder thing. No, we definitely need to go that way. Boats don't turn very quickly. Bear that in mind. Especially not when you're traveling at speed. But with the wind direction, I had to actually hit it towards reverse instead of forward. Kind of strange. Now, as this levels out, I put the box in the center so that I would have a center point of something to look out for. And once we get centered onto that island, I'm going to left mouse click and center my steering so that away we go that way. Now, it does look like the water is coming up in here, and from what I understand, it can actually get things wet and possibly even turn off a fire, but I've never seen it happen. So, not exactly sure. But we are moving right along. This is definitely a lot faster sailing than it would be paddling. The only downside is we're not gaining levels in paddling. We do want to turn a little bit. The wind is pushing us off course just ever so slightly. That's okay. Just pay attention to it. You'll be good to go. It's a nice day. Using the starter UI for the sailing definitely makes it a lot easier, especially with raising and lowering all of the sails at once. When you turn the rudder, it turns the boat. Now, the cool thing is, with the starter UI, it does all of these things for you. If we did not use the starter UI and we were just attaching to the rudder, we would have to raise and lower the sails manually, and we would have to turn them. Now, all four of them will turn at the same time, which is convenient. But when you get onto expert, if you set that to expert, you have to do them all individually. That way you can trim your sails based on, how fast you want to go, what the weather's like, what you think the wind is doing, and everything else like that. Now, if you have higher settings on your sailing, you're definitely going to want to have the different masts, the ones with the bandages on the top, so that you can see which way the wind is blowing. The wind indicator is super, super important on that. But in this style, with that starter UI in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you can see the wind is coming from our right. It's blowing pretty well, and we are moving forward at full speed. Doesn't look like it per se, but remember, the distances in this game are a little deceiving. So we are just trekking right along. We're probably about halfway there. Yeah, we're about midway between the islands. So not too shabby, not too shabby. But don't expect to just jump on a boat and automatically be where you're trying to get to. That's one of the other things. And depending on the weather, it might take you a little bit of time. I have heard stories that to get from one cluster to another may take as long as 10 hours real time. So if you're going from one cluster of islands to another cluster of islands, be prepared for a trek. Now we did just start on the one island. We're going to the second island, and I can see already there's only one tall palm tree on that island. That's why we spent so much time on that beginner's island, to get all of those palm fronds, because I knew that there were not a lot of resources on this second island in the way of building materials. You can see from a pretty good distance what you have. That island over there looks like it's got some stuff, and we will be heading over there probably next. But this one only has that one tall palm tree. I do see a couple smaller ones, um, but it wouldn't be really enough for what we were trying to do. These islands back here, I don't even know what's on that island. That one looks tiny, but visually it's deceptive from this distance as well. You don't know exactly what your island is going to look like until you actually get there. Now, once you start with a certain seed value for your maps, every time I've played, I've had 3 separate saves that I've used. Every one is using the same seed value. So my starter island and this island are always the same. That island over there is the same. So I have an idea of what I'm getting into. And when you first start out, you might not. So I can see we've got a shipwreck there, we've got a statue there, we've got a rock there. I know for a fact that that rock has seagulls that land on it, so I don't want to park my ship right next to it, because those boogers get loud. So we are aiming for this spot right here is where we're trying to get to. And I think that'll be a good place to bring our boat ashore. We're going to turn a little bit left here, because we are getting close. There's all the seagulls. They're coming in to roost. All right, and then we're going to make a hard right. And by a hard right, I mean we're barely gonna squeeze in there. And we are basically just gonna run right ashore. All right, too shallow water. It is basically saying that we are done. I'm gonna put our sails all the way down. Escape out of the UI for that. Hello, Mr. Turtle. And then we are gonna grab our raft. Bring it ashore. Gonna bring it ashore a little further than that. We have a seashell. Might as well grab this out of the way. Drop that off. And then look at this, guys. There is a water barrel right here. And it has 15.5 units of water in it. That is wonderful. What we're going to do is we're going to drop that right here. Pick it up. We're going to grab our tools. Pretty sure we put, oh, that is not where we put it. Where did we put the extra rope? I know we had more pieces of rope. There we go. I'm going to grab the rope and we are going to attach that right off the bat. That is a wonderful, wonderful find. The water storage is glorious. All right, come over here, and there was a campfire here before, and hey, look at that. There is an old iron axe. I knew that was going to be there too, but you guys probably didn't, so that is also a wonderful find. Now, the old iron axe is down to 50%. Let's go ahead and sharpen that bad boy up. Drop that off, pick that up. Now, this is going to be our new number 3. So we're going to take that one out of there. We're going to put that into number 3. We are not going to just get rid of the stone axe. I didn't actually want to hit him again, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and move the loggerhead over here. We don't want to get rid of the stone axe because if we need to do anything with the coconuts, we want to have a stone axe because the iron axe will actually go right through the coconuts, no problem. Grab him. Grab this rock, set that there. Grab this rock, set that there. Start picking up rocks. Got another loggerhead here. Grab him. That's a good sign that there is a coconut here because that tree is mature. So we're going to grab a couple extra coconuts, bring them over here. Kind of centralize all of our stuff. We don't want everything all over the place. And then we're going to start searching the island. All right, we already have a small crate here. Let's grab that. Bring this back over to where our ship is. We will check everything soon. There's a medium chest here. Let's grab that. Yes, that was a skeleton on the ground. There was a dead dude. Drop that one there. Let's go check on Mr. Dead Dude. Mr. Dead Dude. Let's grab the small chest that he had. Alright, so we have a small crate, which is full of all sorts of fun stuff. I knew that this was going to be here. This tends to be about the same stuff in here every time. Now we've got that right there, this right here, this right here. This is muddy water. Kind of interesting story about the muddy water. Don't drink it. Get rid of it. This one right here has just regular water. This is oil. So we already have some oil. That's awesome. And the oil is used for the lanterns. We have a candle that is used for the candle lantern, some holders, candlestick holder, and then we also have the scythe, or the sickle. We're going to grab hold of that. The reason I took these guys out right off the bat is because we also have a cooking pot. And then this right here, seal jar, empty seal jar, we can put salt in these. But we also have carrot seeds and we also have corn seeds. So that's for future stuff. We do have a bandage in case we get hurt or if we need to make one of those other masts. So super, super useful. But also pay attention. We have weight of this particular chest will hold 20 and the volume is 126. So paying attention to things like that, when we look in this one holds 20 and only has a volume of 60. So this one won't hold as much stuff, but it will hold the same amount of weight. So that is always interesting. We're going to go ahead and move the candle in there. We brought all of these cups out because while we're on the island, the very first thing I always want to do is I want to start gathering water. So I'm going to start putting down cups. Even though we just got a water barrel with a bunch of water in it, more water is always better than less water. Water is your friend. All right, now we're going to take this thing and we're going to drop that there in case it rains. And then this we're going to equip. Now be very careful with this. If you right click on the mouse, you will drink it. And if you hit U, you will drink it. What we actually want to do is we want to left click on the mouse and empty that one out. So now this is an empty bottle of water or an empty bottle. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this one in here. And while we're here, we might as well put another rock in there. That's awesome. All right, now the third one. This one has a note in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the note. I might not well make it with our ship wrecked on a near located island at northwest direction location. Hope is little. If I only had kept the chest containing my sextant and watch with me. So that's telling us that northwest of this location, there is a sextant and a watch someplace. Now the problem is we don't know which direction northwest is. If I hit M, no navigation tools equipped. I don't have a compass. I don't have a map. I have no idea of which direction I'm in. So hopefully we can get some navigation tools. Now, seagull nests. There is a live egg there. We also found a wooden bucket that has nothing in it, and we also found another small chest. Look at that. There is a compass and a map in there. I knew they were going to be there. All right, so what we do is we're going to put the map in the map equipped slot, and we're going to put the compass in the compass equipped slot. We also have a sextant slot, a telescope slot, and a clock. So if we find that sextant and watch, we'll be able to navigate anywhere. Now, what we do here is now that we've got a map, if we hit the M button, that puts us on the map. Now, we are currently on Island A. What I want to do, though, is I want to come back here, and I want to walk here, and I want to right mouse click to that island there. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Now, left shift puts you into editing mode. So if you do that, we have an island over there. But it didn't actually give me, it didn't give me a letter for it. So what I really want to do, sorry, I actually accidentally took that off. All right, so we want the line there. I was trying, oh, I need to edit, there we go. Nope. We're going to need to go back to that island at some point in time. But what we can also do is we can then click onto that. There's another island there. And that gives us the line that shows us that that other island is actually past that one. I'm kind of surprised. It should have actually shown on the first island. It should have popped up as a circle. And I wanted to map out the name on it. I wanted to actually put a name on it. But what we're going to do here is we're going to look at all the different places that we can see. And we're going to put a couple lines on our map. All right, we also have a statue here. Statue is sitting there facing that direction, whether or not it's looking at that island or over there. There is something interesting out there. We do have a bunch of loggerhead turtles. So we're going to grab a turtle. We want a couple turtles. We're going to do some cooking while we're here. For sure. All right, let's check. Are we hungry? We are actually kind of hungry. And we are a little thirsty now. What you can do now is we can walk right up to this. Hit your U, take a nice little sip. We have some meat in there that we can go ahead and eat that. And we are good to go. We are a little tired. What we did not do is we did not bring a bed with us, and there's a reason for that. The reason I didn't bring the bed is I'm going to build one on the boat. And we're also going to build a fire on the boat as well. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm now going to pick up my raft, and I'm going to rotate it. So that we are facing back out for the moment. I still want to keep it relatively close to shore. So that we can do stuff relatively easily and it doesn't wash away or anything else like that. But, excuse me, now we have our boat ready to go. So when we do some additional building, that'll be wonderful. Now what we want to do is we want to look around at the trees we have. We have 4 dead banana palms here. That kind of sucks. But what we have is we have a live banana palm. that doesn't have any bananas beneath it. That kind of sucks. Wrong time of season. Now, we didn't have to worry about this on the other island because they weren't there, but we have a young papaya tree. We do not want to cut that down. We have another banana palm in there, but that is live one, so that will grow bananas, but they're not currently here. That kind of sucks. Ficus, very tall palm, oleander. Now the big question is, do we want to build while we're on this island, or do we want to just kind of like truck right along to the next one? Now, given that I know what I know that I actually want to move on to the next island relatively quickly. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pick up all of our stuff. We're going to do what we need to do. And then we're going to move on. We're probably only going to stay on this island for a single day. And then we'll be good. Alright, so we've got a whole bunch of these little guys. Now, we don't really need a ton of extra storage because we have 5 storage on there, and we also don't have a bunch of rope. So what we do need to do is we need to see how much rope I have left. I have 2. I'm going to put the grass away. We're going to put the note away. We're actually going to store the sickle for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab both of these big crates and put them up here. Put one on that side, one on this side, jump on up there. We're going to turn them this way. Then we're going to lash it right down. Pick this one up, turn it that direction. Lash that one right down. All right. Now, there's a shipwreck here. There's a shipwreck over there. And what we want to do is we want to do this the smart way. We want to not drown. So don't forget to take off your stuff before going in the water. We're going to swim out to our first shipwreck. We are currently tired, so we need to do this quickly so that we don't get exhausted. Now, with shipwrecks, be careful. You can get tied up on all sorts of different things on shipwrecks. So if you feel like you're getting stuck in a location, you probably are. It happens to me all the time. I'm not the best swimmer in this game. But watch your breath. Come down here and grab hold of the crate. And we're going to make a beeline right for shore. We're not going to mess around. We're not going to try and swim and look for something else. We're just going to take this crate right to shore. We're going to drop that one off there, and let's see what we got. All right. Got ourselves another old iron axe. That's wonderful. Got a bottle of water and another bottle of oil. That's super cool. And we got another one of those, and we got some cheese. Good old raw cheese. And some bread. Not going to argue. And we got another storage container. All right, that was the first one. Now, I'm not sure whether or not this one has a second crate or not. Some of them do. I have seen second crates on these, but I'm going to take a quick look around and see if I can see one. I didn't see one right off the bat, but I also don't want to drown. Now, if you've played Stranded Deep, You'll be familiar with this whole concept. We don't have aggressive predators in the water here. You don't have to worry about sharks coming up and biting you in the butt just yet. But I'm pretty sure we will eventually have aggressive creatures in the water. You also don't have to bother swimming down to the bottom of the boat. I have never found an entrance in a lower area, so we don't have to worry about that. But that was the one crate on this one. We're good to go on that. So what we're going to do here, we're going to come back here, put all of our stuff back on. Let's not forget our stuff. Hello. Tool belts. There we go. And then we're going to pick up our crate. Go back over here. Let's drop that down. Now what we are missing is rope. We don't have any rope. So while the sun is up, let's take a quick look around, see if there's any hemp on the island. I don't see any hemp. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to utilize all of the stuff that we brought with us. I have not figured out a very good system for my organization just yet. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come up to the shore and we're going to make a piece of rope real quick. All right, let's check the quick crafting menu. Tools, boats, recipes, boats, equipment, tools. It's a little disappointing that there is not something in there. I think the quick craft stuff is all the stuff that comes up here. So I wonder if we take a star off and put a star on. Now we hold the quick craft small rope. Sure enough, look at that. That's awesome. Now we are not going to be making fire bows with those. Things that we're going to be quick crafting the most is going to be rope, honestly. So we're going to put all of the rope on the quick craft menu. Small rope, coconut fiber. Small rope, coconut fiber. That's pretty dang nifty. Now that feature was not originally here when I first started. So that is one of the things that the developer has added since I started playing 48 hours ago. Now what I totally forgot to do was apparently I didn't grab any of this, because when I tried to grab it, there was too much. No worries. All right, let's go ahead and put that there. But that definitely makes it a lot easier to make rope. Now, the other funny thing is the content creator that I was watching the most about this, these features were not active in his videos either. So I'm still learning as I go. Which is a glorious thing. I mean, I love learning new things about that. Grab all of these. Make some large rope. That definitely makes it much nicer. All right, so we can go ahead and put this one down. Attach that. Grab the bucket. We have room for said bucket. That's awesome. We do have another piece of small rope. You know what? Since that was so easy, what I'm actually going to do is make some more. Because why not? All right, let's put that in there. Boop, boop. Whoops. Wrong button. Tmo just shot forward really, really quickly. Boop those nice and quickly. That is lovely. I'm going to utilize the P button to pick up these things until we get to the last one. Then we're going to use the E button. It's a little bit faster. You don't have to go through the full animation. And then for these, I might as well just go ahead and grab those. Now what we can do is grab that, drop that there. Grab that and drop that there. Attach that chest. Attach that chest. Nice. Grab all of our stuff. We have a lovely empty chest. That is glorious. We still have one more piece of rope. Put that back in there. Put that back in there. Put our fire bow. Put that tool there. Put all of our tools in here. That way, if we do fall off the boat, we don't have to worry about dying a vile death. Now, the loggerheads. Oh, shoot. Can't put the loggerheads in a container. All right, well, looking at the time, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks again for all the love and support. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Look forward to reading your comments. If you guys like what you see, make sure you give a like on the video. Might want to subscribe to the channel. And then, of course, you can click that notification button. What we'll do on the next episode, we'll come back and we will build out the ship a little bit more. We'll put the bed on, and we will get ready to move right on to our next island. Until then, go farm your own damn resources.